Hey Bible fans, I'm here with another review today of another Bible I've received this week. It is an NRSV as well. It's unusual in two regards. It was a special edition put out by Holman, printed for Holman, for Cokesberry, the United Methodist folks. And they must have done a number of these up for graduates of a university in Africa that the Methodists have, because it came pre-printed with this logo on it, and it has a couple features the others don't have. First of all, this is the box. It says Cokesberry, but as we know, those in the Bibles know that Holman actually produced by Holman, and this is a bonded leather edition. Nice box. These Bibles initially came out, I believe, about 1990, when the NRSV was first hit, the book stands. And Holman published their own edition, and then there was flack in the Southern Baptists, and they stopped putting it out, but they still continue to make them for the Methodists, and I believe they made them for a good while in the 90s. This is a bonded leather edition. Really not much I can say about the cover. I'm not a fan of bonded leather, but it makes a nice rebind. And the pluses is it is gilted, has a head and tail band, and a single blue ribbon. Not bad quality. It's paste down, as you can see, but it has a nice vinyl paste down on the inside, and that's a plus if you want to keep it as is. It's not a cheap paper paste down like some. That's the usual things that Bibles had. NRSV, printed by Holman for Cokesberry, like I said. And here is the copyright page. It was made in the United States. This one I think was made in 1990, but it was made in the 90s at some point. This is unusual. It has an additional 28 pages of short articles in the front. I've seen two other copies of this NRSV, one by Holman and one by Cokesberry. I've never seen this feature before. I believe it was added just for the African University folks, and it is understandable. It's nothing very heavyweight, but it would give them a very brief introduction to some of these things, and something to carry around, and perhaps if they didn't have a library, it would be of considerable value. Here's the layout. It is paragraph style, justified right, double column with references in the middle. Now I did an SPCK earlier, and it has different references. I just want to point that out because you might think they all use the same references, but apparently Holman came up with their own. Just for comparison, the SPCK is on the left, and the Holman Cokesberry is on the right. The print's the same size, but it is immensely darker in the Holman produced product than the SPCK. And darker makes more readable, but the line spacing in the SPCK is better than the Holman. The lines are closer in that case, and that's an advantage for the SPCK. The paper is very thin. It is not line matched from one side to the other because it's way too long ago, more than 25 years ago. So it wasn't line matched, but it's pretty decent because that era had better paper than we have now. The poetic parts, here's Hosea, but they're all done verse to verse, and they're not justified right. Red letter in the New Testament. It has a decent little concordance, and the pretty Holman colored maps. Now Holman did the ultrathin in several versions. I have an NASB I bought in the 80s. I know it did NIV, King James Version, probably New King James Version, and it may have come out in others. I'm not certain, but there was at least 4 to 6 versions, and NRSV was one of them. They all have the same maps. They all have, so they're a very, very similar product, and I kind of miss it because it's a very thin Bible of about 1 inch. It's approximately 8.5 by 5.5 by 1 inch. That's a nice size. I got this so I could rebind it. And just another Bible that you've seen used before, but here is a quintel. I'm just sticking this up so you can see the difference in the prints. I would say it's nearly as dark as a quintel, not quite. And of course it's an 8 or whatever it is in that range, 8 to 9. But it is not too much less dark. Very, very readable. My opinion is this: if you want a reference Bible NRSV, you don't have many choices. There's currently a Cambridge that's going to be reissued soon. It's a nice Bible, and of course it's a quality leather Bible. This came originally in bonded or genuine, and the Cambridge comes in what's called French Morocco, and I think they're going to even offer a higher grade than that the next time they issue it. Those are all better leathers, but they're also paste downs as well. Pick one of these up and have it rebound. I paid $20 with shipping, and I generally see them for $20 to $40. This was new in box. It was new, never read. They must have had a stack of these somewhere, the Methodists, and then sold them off, or I don't know what they did, but I got this for $20 including shipping, and it's quite nice. And even though it's silver gilting, at some point in the future I could have it rebound and it would be just a little travel Bible. Very, very readable. Well, that's all I have for this review, and God bless. Again, something new.